now we're like in the podcast room. We decorated it. We have lights on us.
What?
The lights are on.
So,
Nothing?
how do y'all feel that it's actually here?
I'm scared.
I'm excited. I'm excited because what if we meet famous people? That's like my one goal.
That's what you in it for?
Kinda.
Really?
I like talking. I think this will be a good keepsake for us. But I can't wait
I
until I,
think it'd
could
be
just...
cute to like show our kids one day.
Yeah, that too. Or just to look back on
Like
all
us.
the older episodes and how
also-
we progressed.
Can you
in it.
imagine us all in the nursing home? Be like, dude, that's us.
Dude,
on
we
our
watching it
podcast."
on the
Yeah.
TV,
Showing all the other old people.
signing autographs. I think I'm also in it for like, this sounds the money and the opportunities this could get us. This could be
That's not
life
fucked up.
changing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in it just because this is something I always wanted to do, just didn't know where to start, who to do it with, and I thought I was the only one who had the drive to do it, and I think that is just crazy how we were just talking about it random one night, and like we all agreed that we all wanted to do it.
It makes me want to cry.
Yeah, and I mean,
I know, I'm
and it's
scared.
kind of
No,
a rough
I'm, like,
business at the
happy.
same time because like there's a lot of people doing it, but
Mhm.
I think what's gonna make us different is we're doing it because we just said it, and we
Literally.
didn't come in really with a plan. We just came in a month ago, sat down, and we just talked about having a podcast, and it all sounded like a good idea.
And
I'm
it's,
excited.
it's really not that easy to start up.
No.
Like you have to put a good bit forward to
And it
actually
costs.
start it up. Yeah, exactly.
And no one's around here is doing that.
Correct.
There ain't
That is
nobody
true.
from
That
Lafayette
is
that's
true.
doing at least podcasting videos.
You know nobody in
Podcast.
Louisiana.
No.
No, I know they have talk show. I know they have talk shows like Bash by Two, and then
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The dudes?
Yeah.
No.
Certain radio stations from down here, but like the one we so 106.3 has David Mahoney, but David Mahoney they record out of Las Vegas.
Really, they're not from
Yeah.
here.
No, they just use it and they do ads around here, around stores, and they just use their voices and their likeness and stuff. But
My whole
they
life
shoot
was
out
a
of Las
lie.
Vegas. That's
I
crazy.
always thought David Mahoney was Lafayette
Me too.
based.
Well, no,
Me too.
didn't one of them pass?
No.
Wait, pass away, like die?
Yeah.
No, it's still
Oh.
David
Oh,
Mahoney.
yeah, it's still
Well, no,
David
but
Mahoney.
there
That's
was a
just
rock
David
show,
Mahoney.
radio show that somebody passed. Oh, Johnson and Johnson or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those passed, I believe.
I
So
didn't
now
know
it's just
that.
Johnson.
The
I know
baby
Johnson
wash.
the baby. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnson,
Johnson
a
and
family
Johnson the
company.
baby? Oh, Johnson
A
the
family
Johnson?
company.
That's what I was talking about at first. The baby
Right.
No, no, no.
company. Homie.
So first of all, for all who don't know, I'm Tate. This is Paige. We are married. This is
So awkward.
I'm Mackenzie.
And Tyler, and we are getting married November 2nd,
Yes.
2023.
We are.
we're best friends. We just met.
Lies.
That's a joke. And yeah,
Me.
Paige is here.
That's my biggest
Paige
hater.
here.
So I got a random high question. If you mean
Wait, what do you mean hi?
like the normal person has to be high, but I was just like a shower thought. You're like, dude, whoa.
Okay. What
Okay.
you got? What you got?
Do you ever look at yourself in the mirror and you feel like that person that you're looking at is living a totally different life? Or is it just
Really?
me?
Yes.
Wait,
I
totally
feel
different
like-
life. What you mean?
Like, you see yourself so much from inside your head.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to attach this person in here to this external person. So, like, I feel like I'm a different person than my physical being. Like, the physical Mackenzie went out and lived this extravagant life.
That actually makes sense.
But I'm in my brain. I'm the whole different thing.
Yeah, holy.
It's kind of like one of those things where, like, people say, do you feel, like, is your skin itchy? Like, how do you feel in your skin? It's like, then you realize your skin's an external thing completely outside of who you are.
That's crazy.
That is a crazy question, but yeah.
Because I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes when I look at myself in the mirror, I don't feel like that's how I look.
Correct.
Mhm.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like,
Who is that?
yeah, like who is that? Because just like when you hear yourself talk right now,
Mm-hmm.
and when you hear yourself on video, it sounds like high pitch like that.
Yeah.
But-
yeah.
You know, to everybody else it's normal, but to you it's just gross. It's
It's
kind of
nasty.
cringy. Of course, we're gonna have to get used to hearing our own voices. But right now, and I'm sure the first time we're gonna edit, it's gonna be
Disgusting.
Oh, yeah,
disgusting.
yeah.
I
But
can't wait to like watch it.
I think
Another-
I am my biggest hater. 100%.
Another
oh,
thing
no, I think
I
you're supposed to
am.
be your
My biggest hater.
not your biggest hater, but
My second hater's Tate. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do hate you. But I don't know. I think that it's best to criticize yourself because
Yeah.
it's also a confidence booster. I feel like too.
Until
No,
a
that
certain
makes
level.
sense.
Yeah, no, I don't mean like put yourself down and it makes you not want to do anything. But I mean like if you criticize yourself, I guess it just makes you not be just self-absorbed.
Yeah.
And
Mhm. Yeah, no,
I
that
don't know.
makes-
I
that
don't know
makes
if-
sense.
You're always
know?
holding yourself up to a standard.
yeah, you
Yeah.
always feel like you have a goal at that point.
Yeah.
And you know when you're doing wrong. Now, if you don't, I feel like you don't criticize yourself and you don't feel like you do anything wrong, then obviously,
You're
yeah.
It's crazy about the voice thing though, because whenever you're hearing yourself, the way that your ears are, it's a different voice. What they tell you to do is they tell you to put your hands right here. You put your hands right
Yeah,
here,
I
and
heard
then
that.
you actually hear a different tone in your voice. That's actually how you sound.
I don't understand how singers do it.
What?
Dude,
Oh,
no.
Well, that's why they have those earpieces.
yeah, they have those.
They can
Yeah.
hear themselves.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would throw up.
Well, that's what happened with Bailey Zimmerman. Yeah, I mean, y'all know who Bailey Zimmerman
Yes.
is? You don't know?
Mm-mm.
Rock in a Hard Place. He sings Rock in a Hard
mhm.
Place. Well, that actually happened to him a few months ago, earlier this year. He was performing at a concert, and oh my God, he basically went viral because of how bad he sounded. He was so off key. It was insane. Like, no, it was like so off. It was so bad that he apologized on TikTok to all his fans because
That's where I saw it from.
yeah, he's like, then he sang it on his TikTok live to prove that he could actually sing, because then he got a bad reputation for being a TikTok singer. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But obviously, you know, he's still on the
Do
top.
No, it's
Do
crazy.
it.
It's crazy though,
Do
because like
it,
you
do it.
need that earpiece, because not only will the pitch matter, but the way the instruments sound and how the speakers all are, like you can be off. Like that beat will be off and you'll be singing different. So that's why they have
I
to
can
have
never
those
sing in front of like all
those earpieces.
millions
Oh
of
yeah,
people.
no.
Like
You
I went to a
think-
One Direction concert and like Harry Styles, and like he's one person on a stage full of like people just screaming.
No. Do you think they can
I feel like that's
hear
a big
us
ego.
screaming? Like, do you think they
Yeah.
can hear it?
I think they can hear it, but it's probably like muffled.
Maybe,
I feel like-
They can't see you.
It's like just one.
Because
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
in
it's
my
just
dance
one.
review, they put the lights on. I couldn't see nobody.
Damn,
That's another thing too. That's
girl.
another
I
thing
was
too. The lighting.
dancing.
Like,
Yeah,
you're
the
blind to all
lights
the
hitting
people.
you.
Yeah.
That's why when people
I
like,
was blinded.
I mean, I think they can see like a little bit because like people showed like signs.
Well,
and
maybe when
stuff.
your eyes adjust, you can't see.
Or you could be at a Drake concert and get a 34 triple D bra get
That's
thrown at you.
Jealous.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder if he met up with the girl after.
Actually,
she got
Yes.
fun
he did.
fact about that, he did meet up with her. I lie. I don't know if he physically came face to face with her, but she actually got a Playboy deal.
Yeah.
She actually got a Playboy deal, and she
that's
took
some
it.
Big.
Dude, opportunities.
Her back probably hurts.
Hey, she getting paid now.
Now she's carrying Playboy. Not only her 34 triple Ds, now Playboy's on her back.
Yes. I
Crazy.
mean, that's one way to get an opportunity. Throw your bra at Drake.
I wish it was that easy for us.
Yeah.
Except, you know, I mean,
Maybe
I
throw
wear a
But
size
after-
medium draw, so I guess, like, he's like, medium and Hanes.
Sign that man.
You
Sign
You think
that
that would really turn the guy on that's performing? They're like, "Fuck yeah, they just threw their panties at me.
No.
I think that's.
I think that'd be like,
I'll be
yuck.
honest. If I was a singer, or hell, I mean,
I don't know where all
if
that
10
started.
years later we on stage doing a speech and somebody throws their panties, the first thing I'm looking for is if there's a poo stain. Because look, if y'all throw a f***ing
Skin
poo stain,
Oh, dirty.
stain
people.
thong,
You
I'm
never-
mid
your
inter.
boxes would never. You boxers never had in them.
You tell me,
I don't literally look.
Yeah, you need to stop judging. You got
You
some poo
never-
stains.
man. If you're gonna
I
throw
know
something
you
on
don't.
stage, throw a water bottle, throw your phone.
I like when
But
people
if you
throw
know
their phone.
A
damn
lot of people
well
do their phone.
you took a shit before you came,
You know you wearing them stained drawers. Don't throw that out there.
That's funny.
That's nasty.
Or what if you see blood?
thongs are see-through, are they not?
No.
Not always. Sometimes
Well,
the
okay.
little part is like a cloth.
Well, I'm talking about the see-through thongs.
The lace.
Right, I get sure.
Yeah, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, no.
think
But if
so.
you, that's what I'm saying. So if you showing
Cereal.
stains through see-through underwear, doctor visit. Because
Calling 911.
that call.
You've never smelled like a raunchy cat? Let me tell you something.
Oh shit.
I can't talk about where
Buckle
we
up.
Okay, that's
smell.
not fair. Because what if I said yes?
Damn.
You know what I mean? And what if I'd have said yeah? Then
And
Cut
look
it out,
directly
cut it
at you.
out.
Yeah, I smelled one before.
I'll take that back. I'll take that
We
back.
have
Edit
at
that
some
out.
place-
edit that out.
But
Obviously, I mean,
You
we
think
have
about
a
it's an
smell
open
too.
womb. Like it's just
It's not-
open. Y'all have
Yeah,
that?
y'all kind of do.
No.
It's
We
like I think it's mostly from like the hair though.
Who them?
Yeah. I don't know.
Let me break it down.
Oh.
Let me break it down. All you boys out there can talk for me too.
Big boys.
I don't care who you are, how old you are. When you had a sweaty day, whether you were working at school, PE, we all passed, and we all.
That's yucky.
Hey, that's real.
Nasty.
You've done it. You've done it before.
You
I've
gotta
done it
see.
before. You gotta see.
You gotta see though.
I mean,
But
I'll
tell me
smell
why.
Dick sniffer.
But tell me why, like, the more stinky it is, you're like,
Oh shit.
Go
I'm
for,
doing
go
it.
for seconds.
I'm doing.
Alright.
You went to the left side. You went to the right side now.
Okay,
Which one's more raunch?
Speaking of smells, let me ask y'all if y'all do this, because Tyler admitted something in confidence to me.
Oh shit.
He said,
Unconfident
babe,
smell.
he completely looked me in my face and said, babe, when you fart, do you ever try to sniff it all up so that nobody else can sniff it?
That makes sense though. Okay, so
Wait, it don't work like
Literally,
that.
he'll
hold
fart
up.
and go,
hold up though.
work like
If you're
that.
in an aisle at a store, okay, and you just, I'm not saying you wanted to,
No.
but like if it accidentally came out and then somebody was walking behind you, you want to hurry up and sniff it all up because you don't want them to sniff it.
yeah, keep defending yourself, babe.
Just
I'm
run
trying.
away.
I'm trying.
Tate's about to say guilty.
You know when you hear certain things about certain people and like you can't look at them the same. I feel like we've all farted and you smelt it because
Everybody's farting.
no, but you smelt it, but not to bask in it because you like it. You just tried to impress yourself. Like, damn, my farts really fucking smell like shit.
That's
That's kind of a reward. It's kind of like a reward.
I kind of like the smell of my farts.
oh yeah.
I don't.
Like when I
If
fart,
I
I'm like,
had to smell any fart,
Yeah.
that, but
so
I'm like,
Paige is on the same page. I'm hearing.
no, I mean like I don't mind like my fart smells.
Dude, I'm so hypocritical when it comes to that though because if somebody else farts and it smells like
Dude, take his
trash, I get pissed.
Dude.
But when I fart and it smells like bad,
It's
I'm like
funny.
Yeah.
Ah.
the gabagoo.
The thing is,
You
like
know?
I'll fart and he'll be like, ugh, but like he'll fart and I'm like,
Who farts more?
Tate.
Oh, me. for
You
sure.
fart more?
We do this little game where he farts and I'm like, what's that? And he's like,
It's not foreplay.
What's that?
it's like a cute little game that we've always done.
Oh,
like,
wait, we do that.
Wait,
He'll
what?
fart and he'll be like, you heard that?
no, I'll be like, what's that? And Tate's like, ugh, somebody knocked on the door.
Oh my
It's
god.
No, my
it's
my
Evander.
go my go-to. So our dog name is Evander. He's a pit bull,
Sorry.
and he has this. So he was born with one ear, and
Stinky baby.
he has bad skin, like all pit bulls do. We treat him well. We try, but he has just this odor because his ear stays infected.
We've tried everything.
His missing ear?
Trust. No.
No,
Oh, he does from the ear.
yeah,
No,
from
his
the ear.
other
it has
ear.
a smell.
What?
So
I don't
I
know
imagine
why.
him like we said earlier. He has like the cartoon little green smoke.
Absolutely.
Really?
That's what
He
I feel like.
stinks.
What?
comes out
And
of
we
his
give
ear.
them baths every weekend. I've changed their food. I put coconut oil on them.
And it's on the good ear.
Moisturizer.
That's
I think it's
crazy.
because it's so hot outside.
Well, yeah, when I say his ear stinks, I'm obviously not talking about the one that's not there.
Well, I thought it was the little hole. Like
No,
the
he
little
don't
hole.
He don't have a hole. He has a scar because he
So
has no
just-
ear
so
canal.
that's just skin tissue.
Yeah, yeah. That's
all skin
and that's
tissue.
why
I
his
touch it
that's why his
sometimes.
right eye is pulled back.
Yeah.
didn't
I don't think
his
he
mom-
can really see out of this eye.
Just to clarify, I think his mom ate it in the womb, right?
No. I
No,
think
it's actually a common birth defect with pit bulls in
Oh,
their first litter.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I think if his mom would have ate it, he would at least had like a little ear
A
canal.
canal.
He doesn't
Yeah.
have nothing.
It was just
true,
skull.
True.
Do
True.
you remember when he was born? I was crying. So, like, you're just
I
gonna
thought he was gonna
I thought he
die
was gonna die.
in
'Cause
the
normally
bathtub
dogs
or the pool.
don't take care of their puppies, but Diamond really like.
I wonder if
That was
Evander
her
was in
baby.
pain. You think he felt it?
I don't
No,
think
because he was
remembers.
nurtured. He was like
He was
the brat.
favorite.
He stayed on the booby the longest. Like
Yeah.
Good for him.
He was a
You know.
horrible puppy. I'm
Good
sure
for
y'all
him.
remembered.
He
He'd
was
cry all
cutie
night,
pie.
poo-poo in his kennel.
No, Rocco was fucking bad.
Tyler's bed.
That shit pissed me the off, dude. I got home, there was shit all in my bed. I
He
was
would
like,
wait
dude,
just for Tyler's
so
pillow.
So the
Okay.
crazy thing, he would. So the dog is
So
an
mad.
escape artist.
Yes.
Artist.
Dude, remember
Yeah.
he
And-
chased,
Somehow he would sneak out,
jump a fence.
Dude,
jump a
dog was
fence, come in the
crazy.
house. I don't even know how he came in the house. First of all, and would pass up the living room, the kitchen, and proceed
It
to
was
go
like a
to
shotgun
his
house.
bed and take the fattest I've ever seen.
Like waited all day holding.
He could have took it on the side of the bed, and all the
I
flooring that
could
they
just
had.
picture him on the bed just taking a big old
He
douche.
just
Like
had
sniffing
to, oh
Tyler,
my God,
like-
he just had to get comfortable and then take it right in
Out
the middle of my
everybody's
bed.
though.
I remember
Hey, but
that.
isn't
It's
it
a
kind of
lot of dogs.
impressive how his dimensions were perfect? He was perfectly center
He
in-
was dead.
the bed.
It was calculated.
It was
100%.
calculated, yeah.
100%.
It's a smart dog.
Yeah.
He chased Mackenzie once in her car.
No, okay. That was when me and Tyler were first
crazy.
getting together years ago, and I was leaving out of I had an old Chevy Malibu,
The one
and
that I hit.
yeah,
raining,
Paige
too.
hit it at some point, and it was raining, it was muddy, and me and my best friend at the time, Mal, we were driving down the road, and all of a sudden we hear doo-doo, doo-doo. A mile down the road, this dog chased my car and was beating on the window. So I was like, F it, I'm gonna keep going, go another mile. He's still on my ass, and I had to let him in. He ripped up my seats and everything, but he was cute. He was a sweet boy. What happened to him?
One of our friends have him.
Yeah,
one of
so-
Tate's friends have him.
The moving situation, we couldn't really have him anywhere, so I let one of my friends have him. And he don't look really the same. Not to say like my friend's not taking care of him. He's just, you can tell he's depressed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But
I think Tyler was the love of his life.
yeah, and Tyler
Yeah.
misses him, but obviously.
I'm sure.
I think dogs definitely get a companionship.
How many puppies did she have?
3.
She had 3 total.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
forgot.
I know.
That was the worst given.
I believe that pit bulls have like 3 or 4
Thank
first
God.
litter, and then after that it's like 9 to 13.
Really? So that was her first.
Oh yeah, that was
maybe
her first
just a
litter.
three.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the scene out of nowhere. We came back from eating like city buffet or something. I didn't think she was that far along.
In that kiddie
Dude, you
pool,
open the
bruh.
can, there's like a dog with one ear, full of blood.
Dude.
But
No.
like as soon as we opened the can, she ran straight to like we had like a little pool, and she gave birth. It was
A beautiful moment.
And then we thought
Beautiful.
she was done, and everybody left, and I was just sitting with her, and then she starts pushing again.
Another one.
I was so scared.
Oh.
It was scary. It stinks. It's not beautiful. Sorry.
Did y'all hear that shit about Lil Tay?
Yes.
Dude, that was a roller coaster.
That-
I felt sad at first, cause like
I was grieving.
you think like her parents and stuff, and then you hear that her brother died, so you're like, what the hell's really going on? And then you hear she's not really dead.
Do you think somebody really hacked him?
No.
I think it was too calculated to be hacked.
No, because she's famous for this.
Mm-hmm.
Props, by the way.
What hacker does that though?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Like-
I'm not gonna sit here and say that a hacker wouldn't do that, but that's a perfect play to play.
To get people talking
To
about
get-
you again.
Because
Exactly.
think about it,
Damn.
you
She
you
was
came
kinda
out
thrown off.
in as a 9-year-old,
Mhm.
literally stunning with fake money,
Mhm.
rental cars, and just basically claiming that you're a rapper. When
Mhm.
we all know we're not gonna tune in to a little 9-year-old girl rapping.
Remember when she
Negative.
had beef with Lil Vicky?
Negative.
Or
Yes.
something, a 9-year-old?
Some
But
I see what
we
you
can all learn something from Lil Tay
Yeah.
Mhm.
because she knows how to play the game.
Or her parents.
That's
do.
what-
I don't think it's her.
But that's what I always say. Bad publicity is still good publicity.
Yeah,
And
no
she's
matter how-
I
fucking...
didn't think
yeah,
about it like
yeah.
that.
Because she
That was
finessed all of
good.
us.
She
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
Because he had you being like, damn, dude. Like,
I was even reading comments to know what happened. I was invested.
and
Well,
then it's like,
and
oh,
the-
never mind.
Well, and it's just crazy that the whole family's involved
Mhm.
because the brother said that he doesn't have access to the Instagram anymore.
Mhm.
Correct.
So
What-
Yeah, so y'all just giving the out nowadays?
Can you imagine hearing
Yeah.
a rumor?
That I
Be
died.
like her waking up one day and being like, dude, why everybody saying I'm dead?
I think we're all
But-
still waiting for Tupac to just be like,
Dude, yeah.
Michael,
But
I was,
it
in,
was
I was in
still
Puerto Rico,
alive.
dog.
yeah.
The letter was
Oh, I forgot to tell y'all.
The letter was
tell you.
so well written. Like the post. It seemed
Instagram post?
so genuine.
It reminded me of that case with Ramsey. John Bennett.
Gordon
John,
Ramsay.
John
boss is
Bennett. Is
fucking
it John?
Oh, John Benet
It
Ramsey.
reminded me of that.
Dude, that I think the brother did it. I stand by that. If anybody agrees, please let me know. I think the brother
dad
did it.
Really quick, what was that about?
John Benet Ramsey was.
Oh, you can talk about
Please,
that for
this is just
days.
like if I say anything correctly, I don't have anything to fact check at the moment. She was a young girl, really young, really beautiful. She was
Her parents
very
sexualized her a lot.
She was in pageants. She was a beauty queen, very sexualized. And basically, they found her body, I think, in the basement. It was a really twisted, and it did not make sense, the whole thing. But they found, like, DNA evidence on the scene, sexual evidence, and nobody can figure out what happened. But there was one thing. There was a note that was written. I don't want to go into it anymore. I feel like we can digest on a creepy video, but please look it up and put in the comments what you think happened to John Benet Ramsey, because that case
I've actually never heard.
What was the age?
What?
She was young, like
You
6
never
years
heard her?
old.
Wow.
They don't know. The family claims they didn't do it, but there's evidence to prove that there was familiar DNA inside her underwear.
Ooh.
It's really dark, but nobody knows who did it to this day. I think it was the brother. I think it was a setup. I think the mom wrote the note. That's just my opinion.
Damn.
I
Family
heard-
don't come for me.
I heard when they found her body, the dad was like, "Oh my god,
Yeah.
I didn't know she was there." Like he
Yeah.
did it very weirdly.
Wow.
Like
Yes.
it was very weirdly scripted.
That's a case that
think it was
I
the
don't think
dad
we'll
or the
ever get an
brother.
answer to.
Or maybe the mom. Who knows?
Even I want to touch base on the Mickey Schunick case at some point. That was something that happened pretty locally with us in Lafayette. Probably like 10 minutes away from here, a girl was abducted named Mickey Schunick. And I want to go into that on another episode. That is a crazy story. People were saying she was in Paris and shit. That was nuts.
That was the most, not even just locally, but I mean, I think
That was pretty
nationally,
big.
like that was pretty big.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
Yeah,
The
I was
mo-
gonna say every time we pass by that bar that she was at, I think about her every time.
Yeah, same.
The
Went across
most-
from Borden's.
Same.
The most heartbreaking thing about that case, and everybody who asks me, what is that about? I say the heartbreakingest thing was that she was the one example that showed that no matter how hard women can try to fight off a man, they would take over. That man had scratches in his eyeball. His private parts were mutilated. She fought harder than I've ever seen a victim fight, and she didn't win. So like that, just always be prepared. Have something with you. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, and to feed off of that, what is crazy, the night after she went missing, we got a knock on our door. My brother was actually one of the suspects
Shut up.
for the
way.
for the
Shut
Mickey
up.
Schunick,
Why?
because
What?
he actually passed her up on the road,
And they saw his truck.
and his red Ford, it was a 97 red Ford. He doesn't drive it anymore, by the way. It was actually caught on camera, got the license plate and everything. He actually remembers and on camera passes her up on her bike. The same
Holy
route,
shit.
where she
crazy.
got kidnapped.
Damn.
So we got a knock. It was like, I believe it was like 9 a.m. And the cops just, had the same old cop knock, loud as hell,
Mhm.
which is understandable. And I mean, he just, I feel like he kind of looked guilty because, what I mean, they
That's-
can
It's
kind of,
Tyler.
yeah, because
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, your vehicle came up in this case. We caught you. You passed her up. So it's like, what do you really say? How do you prove yourself not guilty?
Well, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if they got you pinned against a wall, even though you're not guilty. I mean, I'm sure it's all a mind game. It's like some type of,
Mm-hmm.
like they do some type of hypnosis. But yeah, he was freaked out.
Yeah.
He was freaked out for like a week.
That's a rough case to be tangled
I
with.
gotta say, not back in the day, because it was far. It was, I mean, I don't know, a few years back. I feel like the cops did a really good job finding the person. I think it took a while, but like I feel like, cause they watched all the camera footage, like they figured
Yeah.
for like Louisiana or like Lafayette area, I feel like it was.
I think it
well
was
done.
somebody. It was somebody she knew, and it's a weird situation. Like she left, got away, and they turned around and came get her. Like the whole situation is just heartbreaking. Cause like I think about as a woman being so helpless,
Mm-hmm.
and like I don't know. That's just a rough case. Once again, we'll do an episode where we digress into all these
Yeah.
things.
I mean, they have crazy things that go on everywhere, but in the most recent news for me, at least, I'm sure everybody's seen it by now. Have y'all ever heard of the Serbian lady?
oh my God.
A Serbian
No.
dancing lady.
Oh, Just
Yes.
FYI, do not, if you,
Yes.
trigger warning, if you're scared of things that are just going to keep you up at night, do not look this up on
Oh,
TikTok.
that
Tay
gives
told
me
me
the
to look
chills,
it
bro.
up.
They
He
give me the
told me
chills.
to look it up, and I couldn't sleep. So just digress. Take this with a grain of salt. The
'Cause, like,
Serbian lady. Or
I go walk
Siberian.
the dogs at night, and sometimes there's like a light in
Dude.
the back, and I feel like once I saw somebody standing there, which like sometimes I see front of my
I'm
eye.
going to go check my window.
another podcast about that, but I get scared because like, what if you just see like a lady just like not break dancing, but like a good like. I would take Evan there so fast inside. Like, sir, we got.
I want you to go into deeper on this, but if you look it up, just please do it with caution. It's so scary.
So, the video actually came out viral in 2019 on TikTok. But this is actually a video that we've all seen, but it's actually from 1998.
Really?
What?
It's actually from
Way
1998.
back then?
Yeah, it's from
You're
1998.
making me want to check my window right now.
Well, Serbian dancing lady. So they have two accounts that I can speak for that I've done research on. So they have one incident that a boy and his mom were walking down the street and they seen a dancing lady in the distance.
Just give me the chance.
And I mean, you know, it's like late at night, so if you never seen nothing like this before, you know, if you're not even big into scary movies, I guess, you know, they went up to her to kind of try to talk to her.
Could be me.
But
Wrong.
what happened after that was they went up to her and she completely lost. Apparently in the folklore, because people don't even know if she's actually human. So in the folklore, you're not even supposed to go up to her. You're supposed to just let her dance.
And don't look at her?
That's
Is that another
so
thing?
Yeah.
scary.
You don't look at her.
Don't look
You
at her,
don't
don't-
talk to her. You don't go up to her. You let her dance in the night because she only dances at night.
What if you gotta pass her up? Like, what if that's your way home and you just gotta
Just
walk
ignore her?
past
Bro,
Yeah.
that gave me goosebumps. Why
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Goosebumps.
So
Holy
they
shit.
approached her.
Can you imagine?
The son and the mother approach her. Then all of a sudden, she starts chasing them.
No. No.
She starts chasing them and screaming
No.
profane, like curse words and all this and that. And while she was doing that, she was calling herself the ambassador of death.
Calling herself
She
that?
called herself the ambassador of death. And they said when she was running, it wasn't human-like.
Oh, gotta go.
Bro.
It was just very tense muscles, as if something's in her body or something's taken control of her body and forced her to do that. So it's something in her that makes her dance. I didn't do enough research to realize, like, to understand why she dances, but she calls herself the ambassador of death and basically chases you. Now, I don't know if anybody ever got caught, but yeah, I sure hope not.
Could you imagine we look outside and there's a lady just grittying in the street?
That demon's just trying to fucking bust a move right
Like,
now.
fucking-
Dude, don't
Yeah.
go up to her.
And I'm
And-
like, Paige, look
Well,
away!
Well, hold on. It isn't done.
Dude, if it be,
Oh, there's more.
I love seeing.
So-
gritty.
I'm scared. This is scary.
The reason why she was, and while calling herself the ambassador of death, the reason why she was also chasing her, she also said, I need your mother's soul to bring back the king of Serbia. Basically saying she needed to do some type of she wanted the mother, apparently she's after, like, it's a female soul she wants to bring back the king of Serbia, whatever that means. She wanted to perform some type of ritual.
So we need to find out who the king of Serbia is.
Yeah. And on another account, a guy approached her calmly because, again, there's a random lady dancing in the street. And she just turned to the boy and said, your mother's soul is mine.
I think I saw that on TikTok.
Just, your mother's soul is mine. And he ran away and
But
she
isn't
vanished.
she always like holding something in her hand? Like when she's dancing,
A
she
knife.
always, yeah, it's like you see her dancing, right? But in one hand, there's always something
It's a knife.
she's holding.
It's a
Can
knife.
you imagine, like,
It's a knife. Did y'all?
before you go to bed,
But
you
it's a
just look
knife.
out your window and you just see her dancing.
That's
what if
crazy
she's
because-
looking at you then?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
crazy
stop.
because like,
I'll call the
around
cops.
here, they have a bunch of crackheads.
Yeah, true.
And they dance at
Dude.
night.
They do be
Hey,
dancing.
shout out to my boy Bible Man in Bro Bridge. I don't know where you at, but we miss you.
Bible Man. I love him.
Bible Man is a man who preaches the Bible, walks around. But last time I heard, my boy been doing wrong. He been in. He been on the graves, man.
Free
My
my
boy-
boy, Bible
Come on.
man.
Come
I'll
on.
My boy
never-
acting up, man. You need to
So-
get your
Come
get your
on,
stuff
Bible
together.
Man.
What if they deserved it?
Turn the page. Turn the page.
What if those
man.
people deserve the doo-doo on
I
their
have a
grave?
story about Bible Man actually. I went to me and my friend. It was my birthday. We went to go eat at Meshes, that donut place in Bro Bridge.
Mhm.
And she gave me some money for my birthday. It was like $20. So I was like, okay, I'll buy his donuts, whatever. So he came up to me. He's like, hey, I need money because like I'm broke. And yeah. And I felt bad. And I was like, it's my birthday. Like I'm gonna give him this 20 because like good karma.
Heck
Give
yeah.
him
So I gave him
20?
I gave him the whole 20.
You a G.
And then the lady at
damn.
Meshes was like, did you just give this man money? And I said, yeah, I felt bad. She's like, go get your money back. Like he's been taking everybody's
Oh
money.
hell no, it's
Oh.
his now.
Oh.
So
it is
me
not.
and my friend followed him into A-Bears. And I
The
think
jump,
Yo, I-
jump Bible Man.
it's the
Hey,
A-Bears
bruh.
on the- And we
I
went
didn't mean
into
that.
A-Bears. We could not. This dude had, I don't know, we looked down every aisle. He
What?
disappeared in A-Bears.
What if he's like a
Holy
vampire, like
shit.
the
Dude,
one we work
maybe.
with?
Takes your money and just.
Man, real shit.
I saw her disappear.
Real shit. If you had actually got to him, how you act?
I think
Hey man, I actually meant for cash back.
you can't.
I meant, do you have
I'm
change?
thinking.
I meant to press cash back,
It was
man.
my
Look,
birthday, I
can I
was
leave,
feeling
can I
bad.
give you 10? How you do that? Like how you actually, you
I
give
don't know.
somebody a bill. Like
I thought
let's
you
say,
had change. I
let's
thought
say you
had
give him
change.
100, but you didn't mean to give him 100, and you needed at least like $80 off that 100.
Oh, he's-
What
they
do you
gone.
do?
He was
They're gone,
iconic.
man.
The grocery
Like,
store.
Tell
hey,
him
look,
you
man.
gave him a fake one.
I need
Yeah.
$80.
That's my money.
I know I just gave you 100 because you don't have a roof over your head. You ain't got
Who
shit to your
knows?
name, but I need the 80.
Oh,
back.
I know
need
what
the
you
80
could
back.
do.
He was iconic.
You could okay. So let's say with the $20, you gave him $20. You could say, whatever. You run back into him. You're like, oh, I gave you 20. I meant to give you the $100 bill. Let me see the 20 back. I'll give it to you. Take your money
Oh.
and
And
run.
run.
Yeah,
Like,
but
run, try
then
to
you
start
gotta run. Then you look like the
running.
bad person. The next time you run into
Yeah.
that motherfucker,
Yo,
then he's gonna
and
be
he
like,
was crazy.
"Where's
Because if you say anything with confidence, people gonna
No,
roll
he
with
was
it.
wild. The grocery store I used to work at, he would come in, and I would just pick up the phone, cause like we had to call the cops whenever he would come in because he would like beg people for money, beg them for groceries. All you had to do was pick up the phone and he would like run out.
if you
It
just
was
lost
like
your money,
threatening.
I'd at least be like, hey, dance for me.
True.
Like,
I should have made
dance,
him
work
grin.
Fucking money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Dance
Oh,
for me.
like that guy on the corner that was like, do something for me. And
Yeah.
Plug walk.
It's like,
Plug walk.
Or can you help me out?
Oh God. Can you suck it?
can you suck it?
What?
She acting like she didn't know. Man,
She
acting-
knew.
Yeah, she knew what that meant. What? Suck it.
So what I have to talk about might be trigger warning. I don't know. Did y'all hear what happened in Georgia with the lady with the baby?
No.
Okay, trigger warning.
The
maybe.
decapitation.
What?
Dude, it
I
is
didn't.
chilling.
I got
Okay.
one too though.
Trigger
So,
warning.
The lady
child
was
abuse.
in labor for about 10 hours, so I guess they were trying to get the baby out, and they couldn't. So the doctor was like, I guess, like trying to pull the baby out, and the baby wouldn't come out. So they did a C-section, took the baby out. They thought the baby, I think, was deceased when they pulled it out.
It was. I think it was a
The
stillborn.
head was off. I don't know. The nurses wrapped the baby up like it was the baby. The everything was fine.
Mhm.
They bring the baby to the for a funeral, and the funeral home did an autopsy, and they were like, "This isn't. Something's wrong. Like it's not like natural causes. Like the head's. It says decapitated, but I don't
So,
know like what.
Like to point a picture to give an example of what happened. So she was pulling the kid's head. So when they took the baby out, it not only was deceased, it had no movement in its neck. Usually a baby's going to scrunch and cry. This baby was flopping around. And when they did an x-ray and did the autopsy and everything, so right here on my neck, I have my spinal cord. One of the spines completely separated. Like they had a gap in between them. So the spine and the brainstem and all was just
I think
severed.
the doctor and all the nurses in the room should get their license taken away.
Absolutely.
Because them nurses that like put the baby and like was like, oh no, it's just natural. Like no, like they knew like
They rough with it.
I
It's
think the
horrible.
family's like suing.
But I think it was an even worse issue because the baby was positioned weird, and they should have done the
They should've
C-section
done it.
sooner,
Mhm.
and they waited too long. Everybody's at fault in this situation.
And the parents are young too. Like I think they're in their 20s. Like
Yeah.
that's just so.
That's heartbreaking.
It is.
Especially the 9 months of hell that you went through,
And 10
and
hours
expected
of labor.
like, give me this medal, like, and then it's
And your
gone.
baby
It's
didn't-
taken from you.
It wasn't a miscarriage. It was murder.
Yeah.
It wasn't. The baby didn't die. The baby was killed.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole different issue.
You said kilt?
Yeah, you said kilt.
Killed. That
That baby was killed.
Stop.
baby had a skirt on.
No.
Stop. That's bad, y'all. Stop.
So I got one. It's a murder.
Ooh.
It was in Wisconsin. I don't know. It was really all over the news. I don't know if y'all heard it or not. It's this woman, and I guess her partner, or whatever. Her name is Taylor Shabusiness, and her.
Sorry.
when I heard the name, yeah.
What
it's-
is
Taylor
it's
Shabusiness.
Taylor Shabusiness.
Mind you,
Mind you,
business.
Mind your fucking
Mind you,
business.
Shabusiness.
We need to
Okay.
start saying that more.
Well, so-
Okay, that's fucked.
Okay, sorry.
Continue.
Yeah, we don't know.
So what happened was her and her partner, they did meth, and they decided to go to his parents' house to do, like, to have sex, do whatever, but like
Yes.
do crazy. Well,
Yellow.
she had one of those dog chains, those training collars. She ended up choking him, and I think he was on his stomach in a way that he couldn't really move,
Oh.
and she was choking him, and he was actually coming to it, and he was like, trying to stop it, but she liked it.
Oh.
So she ended up killing him, and he's dead. She goes upstairs. Now this is in his mom's house, okay? They were in the basement, okay?
Oh my god.
And she goes upstairs, gets a bread knife, and cuts him up into pieces. Okay?
What?
She takes a couple of parts. She said in the trial that she got lazy and forgot a 5-gallon bucket with his head,
Yes.
his dick, and I think something else. But she had in her car, she brought a leg, an arm, and shit like that. And she was just like, "Oh, I was lazy." But they had cop footage of the body cam footage. He goes down and he sees all this stuff, and he sees the bucket with a head in it. The mom called it in like, "Hey, there's like that just sucks. Like your mom sees your head in a fucking
I seen
5-gallon bucket."
the
I've
police
never
footage.
heard it.
You see the video. In the video, the cop, it's in the basement, and he walks downstairs, and he's looking for evidence, looking for blood, and he looks down, and he's like, and he looks again, and then he
Yeah.
calls, and you see him call, like, come downstairs, and they all look, and one of the cop goes, yep, that's a head.
I feel like if I would almost think that'd be like a Halloween prop.
I don't, I wouldn't be able to process
Yeah,
that.
they had. They said she
Human
had the
head.
legs. She had the legs in a crock pot, and they also said that
Fuck.
her defense was that since 7th grade she was diagnosed with bipolar disorder.
That's
Why
not
the
valid.
hell is that a defense? Just say
Well,
you guilty.
It might
I mean,
be,
Come on.
it might be valid, but you did it. You're guilty.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Mental illness can play a huge factor in it, but like, you're guilty. You're so guilty. You said you liked it.
And that shit's
Yeah,
scary.
but okay,
that choker
but-
chain shit.
You're bipolar. How long does it actually take to butcher a body?
You had a lot of time to process.
You had a lot of time to
Yeah.
decide, like, oh, I want to do this.
Mhm.
Oh, wait, I shouldn't be doing it. Fuck it. I'm going to go do it. I don't really want to
with
do
a
it.
bread knife. Are we talking about like a butter knife?
No, a
No.
bread knife.
You know how?
She-
Do you know how a
God
bread
damn,
knife
a
works?
bread
She
knife?
actually said
It
it
is
was
very
easier.
dull.
Yeah.
What's a bread knife? Can you
So
just?
it has rivets.
Serrated blade, yeah.
It has rivets at the bottom. That way, when
It's not a-
you cutting a piece of bread, especially like a thick loaf, it doesn't smush it won't smush the bread. The way you just go back and forth.
It has like grooves in it.
Yeah.
Ow! Wow.
It's not like a
Oh.
clean cut.
No, yeah.
Can't,
Because
not like a filet.
yeah, because if you were
Soft.
to get like some, like I guess like a normal chef's knife, you go through it, you gotta smash the bread trying to cut
Yeah.
through it.
Was
But
she?
It kind of works as a pas pas too. You know what a pas pas two is?
Mhm.
Like the little thing goes back and forth, and it'll cut.
She said
without
that
smashing
too
your
in the
bread.
trial. She was like, and it was
Shit.
easier. It was easier
Goddamn.
with the bread knife because it had a serrated blade. She's saying all this, and she's trying to get people to feel like
No.
she's crazy.
She's crazy.
Well, she's trying. Well, yeah, no, definitely.
She heard voices.
But she's trying to. Yeah, she's trying to. I guess
Was she on
be
meth?
put
she's
somewhere
doing
that's
it?
not in like a prison because she's.
Yeah, we
Crazy.
forgot about a whole factor. She was under the influence on meth.
Yeah, was she?
She,
on
it's not
meth?
bipolar. She's just
Oh,
fucking
yeah,
high.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like she
yeah.
was meth out while she was doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to get some
I think it was
some
meth.
wee wee.
Because you see like meth addicts on the side of the road, dude. They be crazy.
But that case,
Arguing.
that case reminded me of that case. I don't remember names, so sorry, but this is unforgettable. There was a girl. She was getting in a fight with her husband, and she was like, "I'm gonna punish you. I'm gonna punish you, whatever." And I think he cheated or something, and she put him in a suitcase.
I seen
And
that
then-
shit.
He was
Yes,
alive in
yes,
the suitcase.
Yes,
yes.
and she was like,
How he
"You're gonna
feel?
stay in there. You're gonna stay in there." I think she let him out, whatever.
Mm.
And then she was like, "Go back in there. You pissed me off again, whatever."
Huh?
And you know how a suitcase is like the zipper from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
She put him in for like a day, like to the point where he suffocated. And you can hear videos. She's
Mhm.
videoing. She has her phone like this, and she's videoing him.
That's
And he's like,
insane.
"Please let me out. Like I can't breathe." And he's trying to stick his finger to open it,
Oh.
and he's
Bruh.
begging with her. And she was like, "No."
That's
That sucks.
crazy.
And then when she opened it, like hours, I'm talking like maybe like 24 hours later,
I think
he
it was
was
12
dead.
hours.
or 12
That's
hours,
crazy.
12 hours.
and he was dead. And then she called the police and told the police that he put himself in there and he got
and zipped
stuck.
himself up.
Yeah, but she forgot to delete the video that she had, so when they
Mhm.
went through her phone, they found it.
The video
I
was
saw
really
it. That was
bad.
Probably
a
went
done
on
deal.
Facebook Live. Like I just put my.
I saw that on TikTok, by
I
the way.
saw that on TikTok. He's
Mhm.
begging. It was so
Yeah.
sad. He was like, "Please let me out. I'm sorry."
Because it was, like you said, I believe it was for a game. They were playing a game.
It was something weird.
It was he was doing it as a joke because I guess he was a small guy,
Mhm.
so I can go in the suitcase. You know, we've all
And
done
then
that.
she just kept him in there.
And you can
Yeah.
hear like him
He was pleading.
at the beginning of the video. You hear him very like enthusiastic, scared, and then as time goes on, he's like, "Please, please," and it's so
Stop.
bad. It's bad. That's
sad.
what that reminded me of. Just the helplessness of it.
I still don't think nobody is as crazy, in my opinion, as Charles Manson. Do you all know who Charles
Yes.
Manson is? The cult leader, right?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know he has supernatural powers as well?
Like.
Hypnotism. He's
Hypnotism
actually.
or confidence when speaking.
Well, isn't that both?
Because Hitler had what people can compare to hypnotism. He was just a really good speaker. He was influenced.
Well, I mean, isn't that kind of the same thing?
but I wouldn't call that a
If you can
supernatural
influence-
power.
I mean, yeah, in a way though.
It's not a supernatural power. I think it's a strong ability. But I wouldn't say
I don't
It's
know
like
much
you're-
about
you're-
Charles
you're-
Manson actually.
You're pretty much getting hypnotized. Technically.
Should we
Right.
give Paige a little rendezvous of what Charles Manson's about?
Can I give
yeah,
them
me
an
too.
idea?
Me too. Yeah, kind of run it.
He's
run
basically
it through.
he was a cult leader, and he was also a serial killer.
Ah,
Mhm.
Now I don't really know. I don't remember what his cult name was, but he's just a very well known cult leader and serial killer. But what I'm getting to is, do y'all know who Danny Trejo is? Remember?
Mhm.
Y'all
No.
know Machete, Spy Kids, the uncle on Spy Kids.
yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, they were cellmates.
Wow.
They were in the same prison because Danny Trejo, before he was an actor, he was actually a heroin addict, and he was in and out of prison his whole life.
Damn.
So
Damn.
him and Charles Manson were actually cellmates. And
What?
he always said that Charles Manson was you could tell he was very poor. He was dirty. He didn't have a belt, so he would have like string to keep his pants up. He just, he didn't really care, but you knew he wasn't all there.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But he had this power that Danny Trejo, used to use him for was he used to get Danny high from hypnotism.
What?
I think that's
High
possible.
from hypnotism?
I
So
think you can
he
do
would
that.
hypnotize Danny Trejo because, again, he was a heroin addict.
Mhm.
He wanted to, he would fiend, so he would want the feeling. So Charles Manson would actually hypnotize Danny Trejo to feeling high.
What?
That's crazy.
So he would have he said as soon as he started talking, he could feel it. He can feel the heroin and the weed coursing through his veins,
That
and
is
he would
crazy.
hypnotize him so well that he would be high for hours.
That's crazy.
That's a flex.
I mean, in a way, that's
Well, that's you know what I
That's a-
mean. That's why
That's
I think
crazy.
influence and hypnotism, to me, is pretty much the same
a
thing,
power.
and
That's
it
yeah.
is a superpower.
Do y'all
That's-
think
that's
hypnotism's
crazy.
real? Like, you think?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
2 questions here. Do you think it's real, and do you think because not everybody can be hypnotized? But do
See,
you,
okay, well, okay.
I don't
Talking
know.
about the hypnotizing, I feel like if, in a way, you can, but I feel like if somebody's sitting in front of me and they're like, close your eyes, take deep breaths, and they do certain things, I don't feel like I'm gonna, like, do the mind things or like.
I feel like you gotta
if they
kind of.
snap. Or
I know what
something
you mean.
Like that.
You gotta.
Like, I don't know. I don't feel like that can
I feel
work.
like you have to have a certain mindset, like as if
Yeah.
you gotta be
kind of go into
like,
it.
take me.
Yeah.
You know what I
okay,
mean?
Okay, yeah.
well, I didn't believe it either. I always thought I can't. I'm ADHD. There's no way I could focus. And then I watched a video not that long ago, and it was how to meditate. And I always wanted to meditate. I didn't know
Mhm.
how. And what he had you do is you relax your body, you get comfortable, sitting, whatever you want. You close your eyes, you think about something you can hear, think about something you can smell, taste, and feel. And it takes a second, but once I actually thought and it was just incredible. Like, you have to want it, and I had to sit for 15 minutes and really think about feeling all these things at once. So I think if you really want to, you can.
Yeah. If you go in it with a strong mindset
Yeah.
of like, oh, this can happen, then yeah.
'Cause
you
I
can-
did it,
yeah.
and then,
Now that
like,
you say that,
When I got out of it, I felt like I just took a nap and woke up. It was the weirdest thing ever.
yeah, that's crazy. I would want to try it now. I mean, it's changing my mind.
We should do.
Like, I would.
We'll
it.
do an episode where I try to get y'all
Let's
to
get somebody
meditate.
on here that actually does it.
Yeah.
Like, pay
But what if
somebody to
they're
come
like-
do it.
Hypnotize each other to be turned into spiders. Like, some crazy shit.
Did you
Or
come through
every
the
time-
walls?
Every time Paige blinks, punch Tyler in the face.
Don't do that.
Wow.
Have you ever seen the TikTok where, so Jackass, y'all know Jasper off Jackass,
Mhm.
Yes.
part of the Tyler Creator.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you saw when they hypnotized his dad.
Yeah.
They what
I love his
would you
dad.
call him? A
hypnotist.
Yeah, a hypnotist. Hypnotized his dad to be an alien. So basically, he woke up an alien, and I forgot what question he asked.
He did some
I would do that
language
to
Oh,
you.
I think he asked him, "How do you like the food here on Earth?" And he like, me.
Yeah. He did the language.
And
He was
then
like-
he asked him another question like, me, and like,
Wait, and
and he was
that
kind of
kinda-
freaked out. Yeah, he was like,
he was freaked out himself.
he was like, what?
Huh?
like it was for real?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
I'm
get
scared of
so
aliens.
hesitant with those videos because I'm like, are you joking? Are
Yeah,
you,
but
are
I
you
don't
playing
think.
me?
I mean, if we all watched him, and for those who have watched him, I don't think he would
No.
like
No,
act
yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I need to see some like crazy, like, excuse my language. I need like something that Tyler would never do. Like, I'm hypnotizing you, and
Mhm.
when I count to 3 right now,
Mhm.
you're gonna have the fucking confidence of a god, and you're gonna go perform on stage right now. 1, 2, 3, and you go and you do it. Then I'd be like, okay, because you would never. Or Paige,
I would make take.
I'd be like, Paige.
Now you gonna pay, baby.
There.
I'd be like, Paige, on 3, I need you to go in the mall and sing butt naked as loud as you can.
Hey, whoa.
Or some shit. Or I need you to go sing I Love Harry Styles. Something crazy
Mhm.
that you would never do. And
I
you did it. Then I would be like,
Yeah.
okay, this makes sense. But I could be an alien. Watch it. Me.
Oh, dude, just like
Wow.
Wow.
I'm
Sounds
hypnotized.
And you know what?
Me.
Now you're gonna pay, baby. Now you're gonna pay, baby.
Me.
Real question though, what language do y'all think aliens speak?
I
You
think they
speak
communicate like
English?
dolphins.
I feel like they can speak in any language and echolocation, just like dolphins. I feel like they can speak anything. They have to.
Simple question. What if we're the aliens?
We are aliens
I
too.
don't think so.
Yeah,
Aliens.
but we're the aliens.
We're
to
aliens
their-
to aliens.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm
Do
gonna
they
break
live on a
something down.
planet?
Bear with me, guys. So I think of aliens as mantis shrimp. You might know why I'm saying this.
Mantis shrimp.
So everybody right now,
Mm-hmm.
everybody in this room, in the world, every human has 3 color cones in their eyes: red, yellow, blue.
Mm-hmm.
So we can only see the colors that are made out of these colors.
Mm-hmm.
So we see a pretty beautiful, vivid world, right? So
Mhm.
we can see a bunch of colors. Mantis shrimp don't have 3 color cones. They have 16. They see energies and vibrations and communicate in ways that we have never
That's crazy.
figured out. I think that aliens they might be dumber than us. Who knows? But I think they're so advanced that they communicate through vibrations. They just know. I just know that Paige has to go pee right now. Like, I just know that. Like, you
I
just,
think that's cool.
yeah.
I think in my next life I want to be.
I do have to pee.
But
That's
then-
cool. Whoa.
But
She
then-
goes pee for you just to make you see it.
No.
but
This is how we pee.
that Congress,
The Scary Movie 3.
that meeting,
Stupid.
this is what confused me.
Shut it down.
That meeting where they said aliens were real, they admitted that they were able to communicate with them. So it can't be that advanced. It can't be. We cannot understand a mantis
Wait,
shrimp.
they said that?
Yeah, they said we have communicated with other world beings or something. And he was like, yes, we have communicated. So there has to be some sort of
Man,
easier.
Isn't the mantis shrimp the one that got like hands?
It's the one that's like this big and it punches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What?
Yeah, and it's beautiful. It's
That's how it
it's
kills his
psychedelic
prey.
colors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Just
have to
like-
look it up.
It kills like crabs.
You can't have it
Yeah,
in a
just
fish
from a-
tank. It breaks the glass
Yeah.
every time.
Damn.
Well, there's
It-
certain glass.
It punches
On our
at
next
50
pod, we need a mantis
miles an
shrimp.
hour.
What?
50 miles
No,
an
yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna
hour.
get punched
What?
by one.
Well, no.
What sets it
Punch a
off?
hole in your hand.
It's so fast that you hear the noise after
Outside.
it
Dude,
hits it.
shut up.
Yeah,
What?
it's like a gunshot. Like it's
Oh,
loud.
So Coyote Peterson, we all know how crazy this.
That dude is
Crazy.
pretty crazy.
He does it for educational purposes, but I'm starting to think
Oh,
like
that's
he
the
just
guy?
low key likes it.
Fetish.
Yeah,
On
it's a
YouTube?
fetish. Yeah,
Never
yeah.
watch?
The guy who gets stung by everything.
Gets stung.
But he actually gets
Everything.
punched by a mantis shrimp. But it really wasn't that good because he got a nice one. Like it didn't really hit him that
Shot.
hard, you know?
It was like
Yeah, it
Yeah,
felt like
yeah, yeah.
it was,
Okay, so what's what's the
Sorry.
thing with the dolphins? Isn't dolphins have like way
Yeah.
better
Echolocation.
so they have way better
Oh yeah,
senses than us.
Yeah.
They're
I
way
believe,
way smarter.
I believe they use
Dolphins are crazy.
80%.
80% or 60% of their brain, and we only use 4.
Damn.
That's insane.
You know that
That's-
the only mammal that have
amazing.
pleasure in having sex, they literally get horny and like, let's baby.
That's the
Don't
only
Baby,
mammal?
woo.
Don't
Yeah.
they rape
Mammal.
sharks?
Yeah, but
They rape people
They
and
rape
dead
sharks
bodies.
too.
but
That's crazy.
I get
just
paid.
like the mallard duck, I'm gonna do like a discovery. Just like the mallard duck.
Whoa, I was feeling it.
Just like the mallard duck, the dolphin attacks his prey. Well, let's call this one Johnny. His buddy, Ralph.
I'm the waves.
As they attack the great white shark. One penetrates. But the next one penetrates. And then the third one penetrates. And that is nature.
Stop.
Yeah, but mallard ducks do the same thing.
Ew.
That they actually gang rape the female duck, and to show dominance is not who rapes it the hardest, but whoever
Is the last?
whoever is baby it is, he is the king. So whoever so they all gang rape it, but whoever gets it
Aw,
pregnant,
poor duck.
that
How do
male
you know?
duck is like
It's fine,
That's
dude.
fucked up.
yeah,
Back
yeah.
to go.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Back to the aliens. Can you imagine your boss sends you on like a super spy mission to Earth, and you're an alien, and then you crash your
Wow.
You know
that's,
what?
that's crazy.
ship?
to
Dude, hey
think about
boss,
it.
I just crashed the ship.
Whoopsie.
Y'all come
Fucked
get
up
me.
everything.
I'm
They
on
call-
a
they're
mission
on to
up,
me.
Y'all come get me.
I think about while we're at work. Me and Paige do work together, and I think about all the time I get an Amber Alert at work, and it's like aliens have touched down, and I'm like, I clocked in for nothing today. Like, I would be so fucking
Dude, what if we
pissed.
just see it come?
I'm gonna be like, really? Like, I don't even have time to go home. Like, I'd be so pissed.
I'm scared. Like while I'm at work, we get an alert. Like be like,
A plane's coming.
in the world.
I think of it as okay.
In the world.
The Tom Cruise movie, War of Worlds.
Never watched.
Those alien things. I feel like that's how it would happen. They like come from underground and they're these
Dude,
big things with like, and they shoot beams. It's weird.
Yeah,
but,
well,
like,
no, I mean that's possible, like rail guns,
Yeah, and it just you vanish. You
Yeah.
vanish when they
like some
when
Thanos.
I think that's real.
Yeah, whenever the beam hits you, you just poof, your clothes stay, but you just
Are we
vanish.
at
Oh
war
my
with
God.
the aliens?
But I
Crazy.
don't think they want to kill us. I think they're interested, just like
No,
we
because
are.
if they wanted to kill us,
They
it would have been
could.
done.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're 50,000 years ahead of us in technology.
I'm so
I
sorry.
50,000.
50,000 years.
I saw a video that blew my
Jesus.
mind to put y'all in perspective. So we're us humans. We're the top species of our world, right? We don't ever go up to a pile of ants and go, "Hey guys, how y'all doing today?" And we're very superior over them. What the makes you think aliens who are 50 million years in advance gonna come talk to us? We're ants to them.
I think
They don't give a.
probably at
It's
us like
true.
we're retarded.
They're literally
Like,
like,
y'all
they're
still
so
drive
cute.
cars?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, look at the little baby.
somebody
Yeah.
fact check me, but I was talking to a guy at work, and I didn't know this, but supposedly aliens, I don't know if it was recent or years back, but they actually took control of one of our nuclear launch facilities that we have bombs. They took control of it, they hacked it, basically had it ready to launch. They hovered over the place, took control of it, and had it to where it was about to launch, and then they canceled it. Basically, it was just a message like, look what we can do
Mm-hmm.
if we really
When
wanted
was
to.
that? When was
I don't know. I don't know if it was a few years ago or a while back.
That's crazy.
Watch, that was actually just me.
Oh,
I was
Bro.
playing with the
Hacking.
microwave.
It was just
and some
anonymous?
shit.
Dude, what if it's anonymous floating in these damn discs, man?
I think Anonymous is
Hey.
We're not
big.
coming for you. We don't want the smoke.
I love
No.
Anonymous.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think you guys
We
have
love
done
you
amazing
guys.
stuff.
please.
Come on the podcast.
That's some crazy stuff.
We'll blow out your face.
Yeah, we'll literally just have you like in a box. We won't say nothing. We'll sign in DAs. I don't care.
I'm scared to talk about that.
I would love to sit down with Anonymous. Get
I
all
got the mask.
We could do it. Let's do it. Hit me up.
Them people scare me. Love you though.
Love you.
So I already know the answer to this, but what's your favorite animated movie?
What you think my answer is?
I don't wanna
Wait,
guess
do you
for
have your answer?
I don't know, like a child movie or like a.
What is your favorite animated movie? What I think it is?
Mhm.
I think it's Shrek. Is it Shrek?
Yeah.
Which is perfect because I have a theory for Shrek.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
let's go.
I think Shrek is very misunderstood. He's a beautiful man. He was an ogre by himself, and then he opened his heart for love.
Real quick,
Donkey.
which is the best one though?
I like the first one, classic.
Yes. I go with the first one.
Number.
The second one.
The third one had the best story. He lost everything. You're nasty.
When he turned into
And
a
you're
person.
copying me.
When he turned into a person, is that what you're talking about?
No, that was
No,
second.
it's when Rumpelstiltskin comes and takes everything away from him.
Yeah, third's Rumpelstiltskin.
It was
I
so
like
sad.
I don't know which one this one was, but it's the one where like somebody better be dying. I'm dying.
Ah,
the second
that's
one.
the second
Yeah,
one.
That's
Oh.
my favorite because of that scene.
The
And he's a
fairy
frog.
godmother?
Why did he
Yeah.
turn into a frog?
Because if I'm thinking right, so he turned Fiona into an ogre, so he couldn't. So the dad was originally a frog, right?
Yes.
No, the fairy godmother put the frog spell on him because Fiona didn't marry his son,
Mhm.
Something,
Prince
Mhm.
Charming.
Charming.
Yeah. She
He was
gave
not.
him she gave him
like
the
a all-
life, and if he
For
didn't
her
do what
son,
yeah
yeah.
and he turned her back. She
I'm
said I can take it
scared.
right back from you,
That's
and she
fucked
did.
up.
Tate's about to ruin Shrek for us.
But
Never.
so the theory is not about Shrek.
What?
It's about the Muffin Man.
What?
The Muffin
They always
Man.
talked about it.
They
did I?
always talked about it.
We never met the Muffin
Wait, what
Man,
don't
now
they say?
did we?
Do you want to meet the Muffin Man? Is that what they would say? You want to meet the Muffin Man?
Do you want to know why they never will meet the Muffin Man?
Is it gonna scare me?
It's gonna ruin it probably for you.
Why? Why?
Don't look, baby.
The Muffin Man is actually a serial killer, but not the character in the movie.
I'm scared.
It's actually England's first serial killer. His name was actually the Muffin Man.
Wow.
What?
What?
That's crazy.
This is
His-
real? Like he
No,
really?
yeah, he was a real person. His name was Frederick Thomas Linwood. He was England's first serial killer.
Big flex.
Oof.
And the crazier part, he also lived down Drury Lane.
Shut
No
the
way.
fuck up.
No way.
Cause it's the Muffin Man down Drury Lane or
Yeah.
so. It's a song.
Wait, I thought they did
Why
meet
would
the Muffin Man whenever he was cutting off the little gingerbread's feet. No, that wasn't
So-
him.
The gingerbread man. So I'm gonna get to that, but the gingerbread man represents a kid because he like, you know how he's like childish, he's small.
Mhm.
Well, that's kind of crazy because that's exactly who the Muffin Man killed was children.
Stop.
Why do you
Oh my
think he always was scared to go to the Muffin Man?
Oh.
You're scaring me.
Now-
Oh, that's
I need to
so
rewatch the movie now.
They
Shit.
called him the Drury Lane Dicer. That was also one of his nicknames.
Oh my god.
So back then, I believe it's the 1500s, 1600s. It was very normal for bread to be delivered to households, just like
Mhm.
in the 1950s, milk
with milk.
was, yeah. So he was a baker. He was actually a baker. He owned his own bakery. And the way he would kill, he would tie a muffin to a string because kids love muffins. He would lure it like a fish. He would put the muffin on a string, and the kids would think it's a game. So he would pull. They would chase. Well, he would lure the kids back to the bakery, and that's where he would torture and kill children.
Oh.
And he's done this, as far as we know, on 15. There's 15 accounts.
What?
But he's also killed 7 bakers around the surrounding area to get rid of the competitors. So basically, you had
Holy
to go to him because he was the Muffin Man.
Yeah, yeah.
He was the man, but he would target children. So that's why in the show, what's kind of graphic now, it's good. Y'all gotta look at
Yeah.
it different. That's why he doesn't like. Why do you think when they torture the gingerbread man, they tear off pieces of limbs?
Oh.
Dude,
They-
that's crazy.
They tear off pieces of the gingerbread man's body. And that's exactly how he would torture the kids. He would take off limb by limb.
Damn.
So that's
Wow.
what.
You ruined it.
Yeah, well,
You
know,
ruining it.
Shout out.
Damn.
What is that? That's a Disney or Pixar or who makes that?
It's
Universal?
DreamWorks.
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 You guys know what you're doing.
DreamWorks.
That's so f***ed up how so many nursery rhymes are built around tragedies.
Dude.
Oh, a lot of animated shows are dark,
Yeah.
like
What's
Snow
that?
White.
Yeah.
Ring Around the Rosie. I think it was I saw a TikTok.
I thought it was like polio or some shit.
Yeah, Ring Around the Rosies, Pocket Full of Posies.
Posies.
Ashes.
I thought it was
Ashes.
Posies.
We all fall down. That is so scary.
I used to play that on the trampoline.
Oh, I forgot what that was about.
I think it was about
think it was
polio.
polio.
Ashes. We all fall. Down.
Are the
Dude, like if you just like
Nazis?
read the lyrics of
Yeah.
it, that's pretty creepy.
Pockets full of Fosies.
Full of posies, I think.
Fosy.
It's something
Posey.
to do with a sickness or a plague
I think it's polio.
that came. But like even the Disney stuff, what you were saying, like the
Snow
real
White.
story of the Little Mermaid, how her legs literally ripped apart
Mm.
and she turned into sea foam. Like it's just nasty. It's all around. There's actually books you can buy that tell you all the real stories.
Like nursery rhymes. And
They
stuff?
tell you
and
the
stories
real
behind them.
where they came from. Hmm.
Hey.
Well, even a story about Snow White.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
S-
God! Yes, I know what you're talking
Snow White was actually, while she was in her hibernation, she was gang raped by all the 7 dwarfs.
Yep.
In the original folklore, she was actually raped by all the dwarves.
So why did they think, let's make this into a movie and kind of twist it, like make it happy?
My opinion is to make the people who know about the original folklore watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh damn.
Like to because it's gonna be kids originally, but
Mhm.
to get the old heads out there to watch it. Because like man, I know I doubt not many people know that now.
Mm-hmm.
But like maybe back then when the show was first coming out, the folklore, I guess I want to see how they changed it up to make it kid friendly.
I think it has something to do with, this is just a theory. This might not be true, but it might be to stray away from the folklore. For example, when Walt Disney passed away, a lot of people thought he went into the chamber where he's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
So they created the movie Frozen so that's the #1 most Googled thing instead of Walt Disney's body. So it might be that Disney had some kind of negative connotation towards these dark folklores.
Mhm.
So they wanted to maneuver that to where
Yeah,
these
yeah,
folklores
yeah,
are
yeah,
good
yeah.
and sweet for kids, so that Disney's not as dark as you think it is.
I think this
That's
is
a
very
smart
dark.
way to do it.
Like if you look deep into like Walt Disney,
Mm-hmm.
the whole park they do like weird.
Like the human bones,
Yes.
that was odd. What ride was it?
They have underground tunnels
Yeah.
over there.
Well, that's smart. I agree with
For
that.
the employees, but employees. I
Well,
feel like
it's
that
like
can be a big kid.
If somebody's
trafficking.
acting up, like if a homeless person comes in the park and starts acting up, they just drag them in the tunnel, kick them out. I think that's smart.
Yeah.
Kick them out.
What ride had the human?
I
the
don't know,
real
but
ones?
yeah, I heard about that. Like
Real
actual real
human
skulls.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like no, they had the real whole skeleton.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What ride?
I don't know, but
Alright.
it's closed down now because
Yeah.
it's actually it was haunted. It was cursed
I believe it.
I guess
because
so.
I
What'd you
think that the workers were dying, the ones who would work it.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Like they were cursed after they worked it.
The
So
park
they
has
actually
a
closed the
lot.
ride down.
Do y'all think he really froze himself and he's still alive?
What is that called?
I believe that was real.
What is that called?
It's called like
cryogenic or something?
cryogenic chamber.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
He's
I
a
thought I-
billionaire.
I would. If
Why
somebody
not?
said, "Look, when you're about to die, we're gonna freeze you so we have a cure," sign me up.
On some Captain America.
Sign me. I want to wake up and it's 3075 and I'm balling.
They said that's how
rich
Titanic
as
2 is
fuck.
gonna be.
What?
That's-
They said Titanic 2, Jack's frozen.
Jack's gonna.
Yeah, he's actually
come back to the
frozen.
surface.
Oh
They're gonna
my
find
God.
his block with the body.
Man, you know how many dolphins gang raped that body, man?
And it's Leo, so I mean, I love
Mm.
Leo. Come on the podcast, please.
We're not dolphins, I swear.
Speaking of the Titanic, that was so with that submarine. I still can't get over that. How invested everybody was. That was an experience. It taught me a lot. I didn't think about water pressure or anything and how that goes into effect.
And to know that they went like what's his name went in the we just watched the movie on it. Was that
James Cameron.
James Cameron?
Mm-hmm.
He went in the Mariana Trench. Like
The
he
deepest in
went
the sea.
deep.
That's so
But
scary.
he also had, that's another thing. So with the what is it? Seagate, Skygate,
Ocean Gate.
Ocean Gate. So he knew. So many people told him like this is safety. It's not safe at all. And he was just like, no, like I know what I'm doing. He just kind of avoided them. Fired employees because they didn't want to be a part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Like fired people, like safety people, because they didn't want to be a part of anything because they knew how sketchy it was. And then because after the first one, the people that he brought on the first one, they was like, I'm not ever doing that again. That was the
Wait,
scariest.
they died?
Not on the first one. No, they went down, looked at it, and
They
came
had
back
an
up.
issue though, where on the first round, they lost contact and were lost for 2 hours, but they were lucky to be able to resurface and connect. But bringing up the James Cameron thing, not only was he a professional, he was an expert, he was a genius. When he went to the Mariana Trench, I think he only went once. He did something that blew my mind in the documentary. So basically how the submersibles float back up is they have to drop weights, and they drop them electronically, I believe. And James Cameron said if he gets to the bottom, he's okay because it can withstand the pressure. But if I lose electronical power, I can't talk to you, I'm stuck down there. So he told them before, I want the weights on a separate panel backup battery so that if I lose all power in here, I can let go of the
Mhm.
weights and float up. They told him no. He said, I'm not going unless they do it. They told him no again. He did it anyway. Sure enough, he got to the bottom. I think it was 35,000 feet underwater, and all electrical went out. And he would have died down there if he didn't do the backup battery.
Mhm.
And he dropped the weights and floated back up.
Damn.
And he
and-
also took the smart route of building his submersible is a sphere. He
Mhm.
built it as a sphere. That's one of the strongest things that can withstand the pressure
Mhm.
of the water going that deep.
Mhm.
The ocean gate's like a,
I think it's
it-
because, like, when you have a sphere, all pressure's equal. It's
Mhm.
hitting every surface at once, whereas some don't take more.
yeah,
That
like a
makes sense.
can just
Very impressive. That's why I'm glad he was the director of the Titanic. He deserved it. No offense.
Speaking of the Titanic, so the guy was crazy. The guy that I mean, drove the submarine that we all heard the story that got lost, my opinion. His grandparents were the old couple on the Titanic that faced it, the ones that laid in the bed because they knew where they were gonna die, so they decided to die together. Those are real people, and that's actually his grandparents.
That's rough. That's so sad. What would you do if we were all on a cruise and it went down just like the Titanic and we couldn't get out? What are we doing?
If I couldn't get out, then I mean,
all the safety
I would
boats
do
left
that.
us, and we have to figure it
I
out.
think like on cruises now though, like they figure out how many people they have plus like with the boats. So say like there's 100 people, like they have enough boats to fit 100 people.
But what if we were on the Titanic?
The Titanic, I think they should have had more safety boats.
I think they should have
I'm
never hit
grabbing
an
a piece of
iceberg.
furniture.
Yeah, but
I can't get over it that
as
they
much
hit
as
the
I can.
iceberg. You can see the iceberg.
Yeah, but
I think it was.
you're not prepared. You're I mean, back then especially, so humans are, they're naturally, I'm trying to think of the word for that. Basically we're reactive instead of proactive by nature, which means, so we learn from something. I'm at work, I get a piece of wood in my eye. Now I know to wear safety glasses. I didn't wear safety glasses before. That's why I got the wood chip in my eye. So I reacted to the wood chip in my eye by putting safety glasses on. But I think back then they just wanted to see the boat on water because supposedly it took forever. So they weren't worried about it hitting an iceberg because that was the least of their problems. Because if I remember right, it was taking way longer than it was supposed to be built. And they just wanted it on the water, because people already had bought their tickets. Because this was like years in progress. So I think the last thing they were even thinking about was getting hit by an iceberg. So I don't think they were prepared for that at all. But now because we're reactive by nature, now we gotta have all the safety precautions. We're gonna have the right, if anything, we're gonna have more room on the safety boats, to make sure.
When I went on a Carnival cruise, before the cruise sets off into the water, everyone goes like into like, you have like certain kind of like school, like like certain zones that you have to go to. And so they would do like a test run. So the alarms, you go in your room, the alarms go off, and then you go to your like test zones. You go to your test zones, they make you put like a life jacket on and like talk to you. So they're really good.
Okay.
Like Carnival is whenever I went a few years ago.
There is my favorite theory. I'm very skeptical when it comes to conspiracy theories. I try to debunk them before I believe them. But there is a conspiracy theory with the Titanic that I think is 100% true. I can fact check you. I won't go into detail, but they think that the Titanic didn't sink. The sister ship, the Olympic or Olympia, something, sank. And there is, incredible evidence that this is true and that they were sinking the Titanic due to an insurance claim. And please look it up. It is the most believable conspiracy theory. I don't even think it's a conspiracy theory. I actually think it's a fact. And I think the Olympia went down instead of the Titanic, and the Titanic's still standing.
I don't know. In a way, I don't.
You have to believe in the facts.
Don't.
The make of the ship, the serial numbers on the ship, the design. There is so many coincidences that it hits an iceberg. Like there's so many things where they that ship was going down,
And it was about
knew
J.P. Morgan and his how he got off the boat before.
Gosh, please look into that conspiracy theory and let me know what you think, because that's one I will stand by until I die. I don't think the Titanic went down at all. I think the Olympia did.
And that's what's fun about conspiracy theories. It's fun to entertain it. And I can't stand people who are just closed-minded. So like, you talk about anything, they just, you one of those. You know what I mean? Like, you one of those. You know what I mean?
You're one of those.
Yeah. I just think it's so fun to entertain them, even though you might not believe in them. I just think it's fun just to listen to them and just, like I said, just
it's cool to think that there's something bigger than us out there. Yeah. Always. Can y'all believe we're already at like the end of August almost?
Dude, already in the middle of the year?
Like,
you just started.
I feel like I blink and then it's a new year. But I just wanted to
time's flying.
I wanted to ask this question because I got asked it and I don't even know my answers. So if you had the ability to travel to the year 2030, keep in mind, it's only 7 years away, 2030. You only had enough time to Google, let's keep it short, 2 questions. What are the 2 questions and why? And what are you hoping the answers are?
Damn, I don't know.
It's a tough question.
I want them lottery numbers.
That's a great answer.
I want them lottery numbers.
Yeah,
Give me that.
lottery
Give me
numbers
that.
for da-da-da.
I'm good. And I want to be anonymous.
Maybe
Don't know my name.
stocks. What stocks should I invest in?
Yeah, that's a good one too. That's a good one too.
Man.
I would look
I
up
would maybe search my name.
this podcast. I'd be like,
Yeah.
the
Who
other
am
LA.
I?
Watch, it's like they have a net worth of $1.5 billion.
Bruh.
Tate left the podcast.
Go-
Oh.
Tate actually moved to Australia and is dating Tyler.
Mate.
Some crazy shit.
The
Wow.
fact that you even said Australia, because that's actually the one country I want to go to, it creeps
We're
me
brother
out.
and sister.
That's crazy.
We're literally
That's
brother
my
and
sister.
sister.
That literally creeps me out.
I think me and Tate were separated at birth. As you're gonna see, you'll see why. I think so.
If I had 2 questions,
I think I'd
Anything.
I think I'd search my
Man.
name.
Yeah, I would
See
definitely
what I do.
Google this podcast and see if we made it, and see if we're doing okay. And then I would hope I'm still alive, I guess.
Dude, what if
What would
you
be-
search your name up and be like tragic death?
Or obituary.
Dude.
I'd be like,
you see what year you die and
Oh, yo.
shit? I would
Fuck.
cry.
My other question would probably be what stocks to invest in, because if you would have told me 5 years ago GameStop stocks were gonna skyrocket, like something so unexpected, I guess that'd be like stocks, and if we're doing okay in the podcast.
I think
GameStop's.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see like what cash is worth then.
We might be cashless.
You know what I mean?
That is true.
Like, because we're definitely switching to all digital and like crypto and stuff. And
Yeah.
I know like so allegedly, I don't really want to get into all that, but apparently the worth of $1 is just.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd just be curious of where we at then. You know,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of, it's already messed up that they charge us every time we swipe a card. They charge a surcharge for your card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You know what I
crazy.
mean? And I don't know. I mean, my second question.
Sorry,
Damn,
I'm
man.
It's
okay.
tough.
Yeah.
What would be yours, babe?
Oh, that would be mine. Mine would just be my second question.
Yeah, you
the
have
first one.
two.
The first one's the lottery, but the second one,
Because if you think about it, if I were to search how good we're doing now, and if we're like ass crack, 0 views, we could quit now. We ain't even gotta wait 30 years.
yeah.
We could do something else. That's why it's my question.
Man, other than the lottery, I'm not
But
sure.
I thought the lottery, you have to pull numbers. You don't get to pick them.
I think you can pick them.
Oh wait, yeah, that is true. Cause it's like a live.
Oh yeah,
it's like a live.
It's,
thing.
yeah.
So lottery numbers would be pointless.
Damn.
Yeah.
That is true. So I mean, I guess it would be kind of like the stocks. What's gonna be going
Or
up?
steal
what's
a
gonna be-
business. See,
Oh.
like fidget spinners is really popular.
Yeah.
It's back,
Take that. Take that.
man.
It's
What
really
would you
a
guys' questions
stump.
be?
Yeah, definitely let us know.
Yeah, please, because
It's-
that's my only 2.
Yeah, I was not prepared for that one because like mine would be, but mine would be like out the box, crazy. Like
Does Drake still not miss? That'd be his other question.
where Lil Tay at?
Yeah.
Where Lil Tay at in
Oh,
2030?
really?
She's was she the youngest flexer? That's what she used to call herself.
The youngest.
I think she's
flexor. Yeah,
15 now. 14?
Yeah, 14.
Paige, what's your question?
I think I searched my name up.
Yeah,
Just your
she
name.
said-
I said they are.
You have another one.
Probably about the podcast.
I would search my name twice.
Paige
Shoot
Landy and Paige LeBlanc.
Yeah, see which one. I would want to see. I guess.
You'd
So
be able to do
awkward.
sports bettings, like
Oh, yeah.
who's going to the Super Bowl, who I'm gonna bet
Dude,
on.
yeah. You could see who was in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Bet
Yeah.
all your money.
LeBron's still
Yeah.
playing. Brady came back. He's currently 59, still winning. Still winning. But, so I got a crazy question too.
I'm
But
scared.
it's kind of it could be depressing.
Yay.
We love that.
Purr, purr.
So, do you think being happy is putting yourself in an illusion?
Holy shit.
Because, and I say that because sometimes we have to fake it. Not saying we all, but like, do you ever? Because no one's really. I'm probably gonna get some hate for this, but I don't think a person is truly always happy, whether they're not
No.
satisfied with their job.
Yeah, definitely not.
No.
You know, they're just not sitting right in life. They just want more. You always want more.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say like the richest man in the world, you always know he wants more,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
but he pretends to be happy. So does that mean he's putting himself in an illusion? Is he pretending?
I think happiness, yeah. Because, for example, every time we do this podcast or every time we practice so far and y'all come together, I'm really anxious and I'm unhappy and I want to cancel. But I fake it until we get here. And then I'm happy because it's okay. And we're talking and I'm having fun. So I think maybe to get happy, you have to be happy in an illusion. But I don't think anybody's ever truly happy. I don't think that's a thing.
You have to really literally fake it till you make it.
Yeah, and even when you make it, it's just
Especially like always happy. I mean, I don't think there's a such thing as being 100% every day, every hour, every second, just
But
happy.
I
You
think
have your ups, you
ignorance,
definitely have your downs.
ignorance is bliss. So, I mean, maybe there are some people who live in ignorance and are happy as can be, but not me.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of based that question off of, I don't know, I'm sure y'all have watched it, Don't Worry Darling, with Harry Styles.
Harry, baby.
Harry.
So
Harry.
you know how, so she found out later that it was all a simulation,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, she saw that everybody else was happy, but when she found out, she kind of freaked out and she was trying to tell people. Now, if y'all were in the situation where you were in her shoes, you knew it was fake. You knew everything was a lie, but you saw that everyone else was happy. Would you tell them the truth and live with the guilt that you know everything's not real, but you see everybody happy? So would you try to wake them up?
Well, they had a lady on one of the actors or one of the people on there. She knew it was fake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
But
the only reason why she
God.
stayed is because in her human life, her kids died. But in this life, she had her kids back.
Right.
So that's why she
She
stayed.
chose happiness over true.
That is an incredible question. Like, props to you, Tate. I'm thinking about the answer. I'm thinking if it would happen to you guys right now.
Would y'all stay in the
Mhm.
simulation or would y'all go?
Honestly,
Mm-hmm.
with how this life is and how I'm never happy and I'm always depressed and all this, yeah, we're staying in the simulation.
So
Try it.
you
Try it
wouldn't
for about
wake
a month.
anybody up.
If you are happy and it's not harming you, and like the example, you get to see your son and let's say she doesn't know her son's dead. You know, like, if it's not harming you, I'm not telling you. I'm not. That's like telling a kid that Santa's not real because you don't want them to think it's fake. No, they're happy. They're enjoying it. It gives them a purpose.
Just keep it going.
Keep it going. I'm not here to destroy
Mhm.
you. I can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be sad that I found out. I'd be
I think the lady was so mad though because like she liked her life before.
right.
'Cause
That's
she
like-
was doing everything, and Harry was not a good partner. Sorry, because he would sit at home and eat tuna fish.
Harry
He
looks
was
like
not
he would eat
cute.
tuna fish.
No, it was his actor. Buttocks. But I think
Tuna
that's why
fish
she
at
was
nighttime,
mad.
man.
And probably not brush his
Tuna
teeth.
fish.
Go to bed.
Man, my man.
Yeah, because I hear some people don't brush their teeth in the morning. I know you watching. That's nasty.
That nutty.
That night.
Ew, that nasty.
That wasn't pretty.
But I think I love the truth. So I like to tell everybody the truth, and it's not always nice, but it's kind of, I guess you could say, a flaw and a good thing at the same time. But I think if I would learn that it's fake, I would let y'all know, but I'm just going to leave it at that. Like, hey, I'm just letting you know this is fake, but you can stay if you want.
Mm-hmm.
And I think,
It would be different. Just you saying it's fake would ruin everything.
but what if you would find out I knew? Would you be mad at me that I found out and didn't tell you?
No, I would be really happy I had somebody to confide in, though. Because I'd be like, you get it. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. You know how lonely that would be? I'd be the only person that knew, like the Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
I love that show.
That's a
That movie.
fantastic movie. But you know how lonely he must have felt?
His
And like,
whole life
I would
was a
never tell
lie.
y'all, but if you or Tay came up to me and was like, look, I know you know it's not real. I would just be like, dude, can we just sit and talk about it? Because I have no one to talk to. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning into our very first podcast, the Other LA podcast.
Yeah.
If you have any recommendations on what we should do, let us know in the comments. I know we're just starting off with YouTube at the moment, so if you like what you see, like and subscribe. We're going to be expanding to other platforms soon, and we'll be able to link everything for you guys down below.
Yeah.
Bye.
Peace.
Peace.